It's kind of reminiscent of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and Shelob's Lair.
Insects and webs and a kind of otherness, creeping and crawling and invading space.
I always just respond to the materials that I find. So I don't have a preconceived notion. I sort of take things back to my studio. And so with that, I'm then kind of creating much larger structures, and that's where the organic shapes come in as well. Yeah, so the idea is that it isn't decorative and it isn't about creating ornamentation, it's about finding a system. So I realised that if I melt the ends of plastic, it creates these little hooks which then can connect into the loops of the plastic, and it is exactly like Velcro. And I also then think about how a particular growth system can work in that space. For example, pods and branches are going to be clustering in certain areas. So I do look for patterns, as you would find in organic patterns of growth. So everything is modular. So it's kind of like a big sort of growing library of forms that can actually come together as little ecosystems and then drift apart. I suppose that comes back to the idea of the seed points, that they're a growing point, but then at some point they also die and are removed, and then they reappear somewhere else.
They're staying up for months on end, but there's a way of using not too much wire where it's still strong. Use it sparingly, but make sure that it's very structurally sound. It looks delicate. It's good working with somebody who has a very clear idea in their own mind how they like things to look.
These leafy vines are wrapping around the banner posts and growing around them. And at the moment it's winter, so these vines are bare. But they are seasonal vines, so when spring turns around, there will be some fruiting buds on the actual vines, but at the moment, they're bare and black vines, just like the trees behind them.
It's fun. It's a little bit Doctor Who, but now on reflection, I think it's a little bit Alien meets Bug Hotel.
It's like a forest, it's like a marine environment. It sometimes has a little bit of a sinister feel with the colour.
So it is about being intuitive to the space too. We also look at the light that's in the space, whether we introduce another source of light.
It's really cool when you get down the bottom and there's this eerie green light going through the black plastic. No, I think it's really joyful.